Hey there, thanks for tuning into Duck Bricks. I'm Chris and welcome to LEGO Mini Reviews, the show where I review a ton of different LEGO vintage and new sets right here on the Duck Bricks YouTube channel in a short form format. So I have a ton of Bricklink orders to get through as well as just associated LEGO purchases, and I figured instead of making a mega video where I go through every single one that's hours long, why not break it up into separate mini reviews? And so in addition to our normal 3 videos a week schedule, be sure to stay tuned for a mini review dropping every single day where we do not normally have a standard video releasing. I hope you enjoy, and let's jump right into our first pick. Believe it or not, this is the latest, most up-to-date TIE Interceptor we have ever gotten from LEGO, besides a few exceptions. Essentially, this is the most recent classic TIE Interceptor we've ever gotten. Sure, we got a first order styled one that was for the Red Baron for the Resistance show, so it was all in red and looked very odd, but this is really just your only standard one that we got, which is very interesting, and honestly feels like LEGO is well overdue giving us a new TIE Interceptor. It's one of the cooler spacecraft from the Star Wars universe, which I think is replicated fairly okay here. You can see it absolutely captures the general look and feel that you would want to get for the swooshability of a spacecraft like this. But come on, LEGO, can this really be the best you can do with the TIE Interceptor? I'm just waiting for a more modernized version. That being said, this absolutely still retained the styling of the older TIE fighters, particularly in the light gray, dark gray, blue, which was very interesting. Not sure why LEGO was doing blue, and the black here. And this really does feel like one of the vintage Star Wars TIE fighters, except it actually did release quite a few years after the first few. This specifically came out around the 2006-2007 era. So this was kind of around the time where LEGO was still trying to figure out the color schemes for sorts of things, and for whatever reason was still sticking to the blue of the TIE fighters, but you can see it right here. Not much you can do with it other than open up the cockpit like so and close it up, swoosh it around. Absolutely a very blocky design. Certainly could be done much better today, but unfortunately that time has not come yet. So LEGO, I'm still waiting on a new TIE Interceptor, but this is a nice enough substitute while we're waiting. So right up there, I'm tapping it right now, the Interceptor has been added to my collection alongside many of the other TIE fighters, most of which are official LEGO sets, but some of which actually are custom Brick Vault mocks, which we do more longer form reviews on at this channel. But that about sums up this mini review. The TIE Interceptor is a pretty interesting look at what the norm was for LEGO TIE Fighter type builds was back in the day. It shares pretty much the same exact construction as some of the other classic TIEs, like the very first TIE Fighter we got in around 2004. It was reissued, and we even had a TIE Fighter Mega Pack, all sharing the same exact general structure and pretty much identical cockpits. But what makes this pretty interesting is that ever since the one that we just looked at, that was the only, at least to the time of this recording, TIE Interceptor that is minifigure scale that we ever got from LEGO. Sure, we got the UCS one actually before we even got the regular one, but we still have not gotten a modern version of it, or even one from the between years like 2012 or 2015 or whatnot, nothing. So not sure why the TIE Interceptor is not getting a lot of love from LEGO, but maybe one of these days in the future, especially now that they've actually managed to make TIE fighters a lot cheaper and smaller while still having modern building techniques, then they can finally do it and bring it into the modern era, because obviously this one is still using the blue color scheme. Now, if you want a nice and detailed TIE Interceptor, that probably isn't the model to go for. I would instead recommend the Brick Vault TIE Interceptor, which is a custom build that's actually pretty sturdy, would actually very highly recommend it, and I will be reviewing it later on this channel, so stay tuned for that. Thanks all so much for tuning in. I hope you enjoyed this mini review, and like and subscribe for even more LEGO news, reviews, discussion, and analyses coming your way very soon. Bye bye for now.